Hi, New American Arts Council members. I am Dr. Cyan Proctor and I am an XRts fellow. And I just want to take a moment to update you on everything that I've done over the last year as a fellow at the Mix Center. You might recall that a year and a half ago, I became the first African-American woman to pilot a spacecraft with Inspiration 4, which changed my life. Going to space and seeing the overview effect and experiencing Earth light. But you know, I did that as an artist and a poet. I became an artist during COVID in 2020, and a poem that I wrote called Space to Inspire got me my seat to space. And it's been a whirlwind since then. But I want to say how much the XRts Fellowship has also changed my life. Being a new artist and exploring how to express myself, particularly in both physical space as an artist and then also the digital space, has been quite the journey. And if it wasn't for the XRts Fellowship, I don't know what I would have done. In the last year, I went from having no experience in developing an XRts experience to now having a prototype of my Jedi space station, my Just, Equitable, Diverse, and Inclusive space station. I have an avatar, Afrobotica, and it's amazing to see how much I've been able to accomplish with your assistance and with the Mix Center and ASU over the last year. And particularly what's been amazing has been working with students to help bring my ideas to life. Not only am I creating in the virtual space, but I'm also at the Mix Center in the fabrication lab, and I'm creating really beautiful, unique art. My style has evolved over the last year, and I don't think that ever would have happened if I not had access to the fabrication lab and being able to, reimagine the way that the images and visuals in my head of how to bring them out into life as physical pieces. And so I just want to say thank you to all of you for all of the support that you have shown the three of us, the XRts Fellows, over the last year. And I really look forward to continuing with the program over the next year. And thank you again for everything. I hope that the next time you come to the Mix Center, I can show you all of the things that I've been working on.
Hello everyone on New American Arts Council. My name is Sultan Sharif. I'm one of the 2022-2023 XRts Fellows. My work focuses on using virtual reality and augmented reality for social justice. I'm particularly thinking about racial justice and sort of demystifying the Black experience and intersectional identity. This year has been amazing in terms of progressing a lot of my work. A lot of people don't understand how difficult it is working in augmented reality and virtual reality. Unlike traditional filmmaking, you really need a lot of developers, you need visual artists, you need UI and UX designers to make a whole experience. And so this year has been really pivotal because I was able to take two experiences that were mostly sort of projects that were on paper or that were in different pieces in sort of Unity game development builds, and actually progress those into one completed piece, which will be premiering in Ghana, and then that's about the birth of the Ashanti Kingdom and tells the story of their spiritual legacy. And then I have another piece that's in development that has some exciting potential for places that it could be going and some interest from some museums that focuses on, again, racial justice and thinking about, it's called Black Hole, and it looks at what makes sort of a whole person, looking at ancestral identity. And I created holograms based on my DNA results, and then I dance with holograms of my ancestors. But also I invite others to engage in the process also as this form of sort of intergenerational healing and thinking about how to approach multi-generational trauma in a very different way using this new technology. And so this fellowship is really unique because not a lot of people give you the freedom and to really dig into some of the technical work. A lot of times when you have an artist fellowship or something, it's really focused on sort of these benchmarks or trying to show work. But if you're working with Unity developers, you might have 3-4 months of work where it's just all on the computer trying to finish a unique experience that'll work in a VR headset, which is really difficult to get a full project built from start to finish. So this fellowship has been pivotal for my work and for my career, to be able to take projects that, like I said, were at different stages and actually get one to a fully complete and built Unity experience that you can put on a headset. You can watch the thing from start to finish, and then have another one in development. I was able to show a demo of one at the MIT XR Hackathon that happens over MLK. We actually created an augmented reality performance piece for Martin Luther King Day, and then it premiered in front of a crowd of about 700 people. It was amazing, with a live dancer, and she was dancing, like I said, with holograms of ancestors. So I just want to say this has been an amazing experience. I really hope we can continue working as part of the XRts Fellowships, and just wanted to say thank you for all the members and everyone who supported it, and I hope to see this work continuing. Thank you.
Hi, New American Arts Council members. My name is Martha Mendizabal, and I am one of ASU's XRts Immersive Media Fellows. Over the past 6 years, I co-founded a social enterprise and XR lab. My work is at the intersection of multimedia storytelling, education, and the future of work. I work with mediums such as mixed reality, AR, VR, robotics, and 3D printing. Personally, the XRts funding has allowed me to accelerate my work teaching XR at the grassroots level. The XRts Project Fund accelerated my work of paid training and subsequent hiring of youth in underinvested communities within a train-the-trainer model. Youth trained in different XR software and hardware, created content, built a portfolio, and contributed to the projects that were showcased to the public. The uniqueness of this fellowship stems from its holistic wraparound nature. Capital is very important, but so is mentorship, access to equipment, and access to state-of-the-art facilities. Thank you, New American Arts Council members, for your generosity and for making this fellowship possible.